morning, bird brains. Out on the Dyna today. It feels absolutely amazing right now. It's like 85 degrees, kind of mid-humidity, just enough to like make it feel good. Got a nice cloud cover so we don't got the sun beating down on us. It's the first day of my vacation. I took 5 days off. Well, really only took 3 days off work, but I did it over the weekend, so I got the 5 days. We were originally supposed to go to Corpus Christi to spend a week down at the coast, but you know, Tropical Storm Harvey was like, nah. But the good thing is that we didn't actually book anything. We said we're gonna wait till like the week before to actually schedule anything, specifically for reasons like this, and it turned out to pay off. My coworker, not so much. He had planned a 3-day resort trip down to South Padre, and it was a non-refundable because he used some kind of coupon. And yeah, I don't think he's gonna get that money back at all. But good news is that I got 5 days off to go ride and record and do pretty much whatever I want. Me and Ms. Biker don't really have any plans now. She has 2 friends that just had babies, so she's gonna use these days to kind of go visit them and go do all that girly crap. I was like, cool, I'm gonna go ride.
Wrong. That is.
I also might film Build Series episode 2, depending on if the parts get in on time and what day the parts get in. But I know one package should be here today, the next package should be here tomorrow. But you know how it is with things and shipping, it doesn't always go as planned. But it should be a good episode. It'll be mainly focused on everything up front, and it's going to drastically change the look and handling of the bike, so that's exciting. That's actually why I'm out today, is I need to pick up supplies for that episode, but I'm just now realizing I didn't bring my backpack, so I don't know how that's going to work out. Oh well, if there's a will, there is a way. Don't pull out, truck, thank you. So on today's episode, I wanted to talk about something that has been becoming more and more of an issue on the channel. Not due to anything that I'm doing or that y'all are doing, but just with growth comes change, I guess. And one of the changes that we've been seeing recently is just an increase in negativity and just talking in the comments. And that's one of my biggest pet peeves, man, is just not so much, I mean, it's really both. I mean, I'm not a negative person at all. I know you hear me say, oh, this sucks all the time, but it's really, I'm joking. Like, I'm a very big picture kind of guy. Like, if we're out riding and it's 110 degrees, oh, this sucks. But I realize, like, I could have, you know, a life to where I couldn't afford to buy motorcycles or even afford to eat. Like, I understand that, and I'm thankful for that. But people who are just overly negative and just everything has a negative connotation to it, it just, I can't stand it. And the next portion of that is the online talking, the keyboard warriors. That pisses me off because, first off, no one ever wins. If I ignore that comment, I feel like I lose because, oh, he got the gratification of talking, nothing happened. But if I comment back, chances are he or she is going to comment back, and then I'm going to comment back, and it's just going to keep going on and on and on and on and on and on. And someone who is stupid enough to talk online is not going to realize when they lose. Like, if I was talking crap online and someone proved me right, I was like, you know what? You're right. I looked that up. I was wrong. But that's that's not the 98% of the world's population. I think the thing that upsets me the most about it is that half of those, I would say more than half of those people, I would say like 80% of those people wouldn't say that to your face. I loved how Blockhead touched on this. He talked about it on his Sportsters are for girls comments. When you own a Sportster, you get the that's a girl's bike comment on videos, pictures, anything you can imagine on the internet all the time. But to this day, I have never had someone come up to me to my face and say that's a girl's bike. Now, people have done it in a joking manner, like my friends and stuff like that, but not random strangers like people that do it on the internet. And that right there just showcases what I'm trying to talk about. Like, people don't have the balls to come up and say it to your face, but those keyboard warriors will be super on the ball to talk online. And the thing that, man, I'm getting all worked up just thinking about it. The reason I hate that is because I would like to have the opportunity to punch somebody in the face. I probably wouldn't take that opportunity because I think punching someone in the face over a difference in opinion is stupid, but I would at least like to have the option to do it. Maybe even just kind of flinch at him just to see him get scared. But that doesn't happen because, like I said, it doesn't happen in person. I had one guy comment on a video a while back. It was the one that me and Brad went to the gun range, and then we rode over to Bernie to eat. And the bike was brand new. I think it had under 100 miles at that point. I mean, I did make complaints about the seat. I made complaints about the bars, pretty much just talking about what I didn't like about the bike right off the bat. And he commented something like, "Oh, the seat the seat hurts, wah, the handlebars don't fit right, wah, the ignition, wah." And I was like, okay. I mean, I am riding the bike, and I'm just talking about the bike. I mean, it's a brand new bike. People want to know what I feel about it, and the things that stick out the most are going to be the things that are not comfortable. And then on that same video, he goes, "Who can't ride," or something about my wrist. I was complaining about the angle of the wrist. He goes, "You must have something wrong with your wrist if those bars hurt your wrist." I was like, first off, yeah, I've got like a decade of motocross, so that's probably something that's wrong with my wrist. And two, even if I was an inch taller or an inch shorter or anything like that, if my torso was shorter, my arms were shorter, that's going to change the geometry of everything. So I responded to the first one because I think I read the wrist one first, and I told him, I was like, yeah, I got a decade of motocross, plus, you know, people of different shapes and sizes are gonna hold the bars differently. And then I read his second comment on that same video about the complaining about everything, and I just replied, "Oh, you're just one of those people." And he didn't reply, so at least I didn't see his reply if he did. And that's kind of what I try to leave it at, is just recognizing the trolls, realizing they're trolls, and just moving on. But I can already tell you that's going to be one of my biggest struggles as a YouTuber as the channel gets bigger, is ignoring all the hate, ignoring all the negative comments, because I read through the comments of some of the bigger vloggers and man, it's just it's just out of control. So I know it's just going to get worse as the channel gets bigger, but it's one of those things that we just really don't have control over and we just kind of have to live with. Alright guys, so I also want to start a new thing with my episodes. I think it'll be kind of fun. I'm going to try to start putting them at the beginning of the episode instead of the end, but for this one, I'll know whoever stayed till the end if they comment their answer. But I want to do an audience question. It's not going to have anything to do with the episode. Well, most of the time, I guess, it won't have anything to do with the episode. Maybe sometimes it will. But just a general off the wall. It's not going to, most of the time it's not going to be motorcycle related. Just to kind of just gauge what kind of people my subscribers are, I guess. They did a bit on the radio the other day, and it was called Your Bang Boat. And the premise behind this bang boat was the world is ending and there's one safe island, and you and 5 people of your choosing get to go to this island. Now, the stipulation is it can't be your significant other, your wife, husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, and it can't be any members of your family. So you can't save anybody in your family. This is essentially 5 people that you want to hang out with for the rest of your life. Now, it's called the bang boat because people, you know, want to pick up their celebrity crush and things like that, because I mean, you'll essentially be one of the last guys on earth. Wow. It was interesting though, because a lot of guys were choosing guys to come with them. Not all guys, but like maybe 1 or 2 guys, because they said being with 5 women on an island is just kind of sounds like a nightmare, and I have to agree. I mean, think about it, like once they start like syncing up on their time of the month, and oh hell no. Especially considering you'd be the only one that could do like the heavy lifting and shit like that. Oh my god, nope. So I guess it'd be kind of unfair for me to just ask you guys this question and not answer it myself. So my 5 people would be Bear Grylls for, you know, survival and things like that. Neil deGrasse Tyson, because I feel like I could talk to him forever. He's like an endless book of knowledge. I don't know her name, but the chick from the last Transformers, she was pretty cute. Farrah Abraham for obvious reasons, and Queen Latifah. Yeah, Queen Latifah would be my fifth. You know, just to get some variety in there. Plus, she's actually pretty smart and intelligent, so she's another one that you could talk to for a while. So there you have it, guys. Let me know down in the comments the 5 people that you'd take on your bang boat, and tell me why for each person. Just, I mean, if you just want to list 5 supermodels, just put sex, 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 sex. That's that's up to you, I guess. Well, guys, that's gonna do it for today's episode. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you haven't already, go ahead and punch that subscribe button. And as always, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.